What is a servant leader? By me, Colton Lyon. Servant leaders. A servant leader is someone who puts other people's priorities in front of his or her own priorities. This is a great quality to have if you are looking to be in a political office or the boss of a large company. Companies with a servant leadership quality tend to have better personable skills over the other company that doesn't have the same set of qualities, as they tend to put the customer or employee ahead of the company itself. I experienced this last week firsthand when I flew with American Airlines for the first time, as I usually fly for Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines has a servant leadership quality about it and puts the customer or its employees first and goes hand over foot to help them. Well, flying with American, I felt like the employees and customers were both just another number and just another customer for them to get through. And I feel that if you're a leader or a business that has these qualities as a servant leader, then I feel that you are destined to be much more empowered and successful through life. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln is one example of a servant leader. Lincoln's actions during the U.S. Civil War are often cited as a prime example of a certain servant leadership behavior. In particular, many scholars look to his preservation of the Union during his conflict and the freeing of the Southern slaves. Why do these particular actions qualify as a servant leadership? The simplest reason is that it would have been much easier for Lincoln to let the Union dissolve and or simply let slavery remain intact, rather than taking the easy road. However, Lincoln chose the harder road because it would be more beneficial to the people he was serving in the long run, even if they did not realize it at the time. How Lincoln exhibited these traits. Servant leadership has two specific areas that distinguish it from other leadership styles. The first area is sustainability, that produces lasting change and may lead to the transformation of others. The second revolutionizes the organization and empowers its people. The American Civil War provided a perfect platform for Abraham Lincoln to demonstrate servant leadership. Two of the most lasting results of Lincoln's servant leadership are the preservation of the Union and the freeing of the slaves. Lincoln's commitment to serve the greater good for most people both revolutionized and forever changed a nation for the generations that have followed. Lincoln's careful and prudent leadership throughout his presidency produced a radical and transformational change in America. Abraham Lincoln seized the opportunity before him to confirm America's position in the world as the premier example of a working democracy. Additionally, he extended the opportunity for liberty to all Americans. Where do you think he acquired this leadership style? In the literal sense, servant leadership is not considered a style of leading that can be acquired. There are components of this style that can be practiced and even learned to a degree, but the uniqueness of servant leadership is that the leader has an innate desire to lead others through serving, to raise the followers to a higher level of morale principles and ultimately their own service to others. I surmise that Lincoln's leadership style was as natural response to the people and circumstances that surrounded his presidency. That is not to say that leading was easy for him. Rather, he appeared to demonstrate a natural ability to work through those obstacles and bring together a diverse group of people to forge ahead with his vision for America. So ultimately, being a great servant leader is just natural. You can't really learn it. You can learn some things, but it's just, you have to be just like that.